Okay, what is up, guys? It is the Redstone Scientist here, and I've been having some technical difficulties with this stream, which is why it's starting late. There is no one here right now, but we are gonna have some fun anyway. Well, we're gonna get stuff done, not necessarily have fun. Hopefully it is working. If not, then that really stinks, because then I can't upload it to YouTube. If you are new to seeing my streams, you should know that I don't get the best quality on stream, just because I don't know why. But that just excuse me. It's just something that happens. So, what are we doing today? Well, I have worked out a way to make I've worked out a way to use to teleport players back to where they were before a cutscene began. This is for the cutscene generator, and the difficult part about that is that I want it to be multiplayer friendly, so that every armor stand that's acting as a marker is assigned a unique ID that represents. Hey Pandawan, that represents. Let me know if the audio is fine. That represents an ID that represents the player, so that everybody is teleported back to the correct location. So I have it working. The problem with it is that I can't get it to like reset properly. So what we're going to be doing today is I've created a little sample cutscene. So, whoops, scoreboard players set at a step 0. So this is our sample cutscene. Of course, it's not perfect frames per second, but that's because of the tick speed, and I'm streaming, and I have a lot of other things open. So this is our sample cutscene, and what we're going to try and do is, in order to make the reset work, we're going to try and move those command blocks over here and move them onto the main machine, see if we can integrate it somehow. Because the thing itself does work using an objective called Apple for some reason. So let's see. We're just going to start migrating the commands and see what we can create here. So these should be... These here should be pretty simple to add, and this is, of course, a test, so we're like, this is not a final objective name or anything like that. So let's start here so that it's pretty neutral. So we're going to start there with add at a apple 0, okay? And we are then going to, let's see here, scoreboard players add global apple 1, correct. The problem with this is resetting it, yeah, because it works once perfectly, and then I've got to reset it somehow, and for some reason detecting when it needs to reset does not work great, and I'm not sure why, because it detects it properly, it's just that it doesn't, like, it's hard to explain. Okay, so you can see the commands we're going through here. Scoreboard players add, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Whoops. Was I copying and pasting, or... Oh, okay, I thought I was control click, pick block. Okay, then the other thing is you have to manually select this. So if I do this, and then this, I have to manually select that. And also it's visible just for the sake of argument. Kill at E type equal. Actually, I can just demonstrate here by doing scoreboard player set at E name equals marker go 1, and that's actually not necessary. The only reason I'm using the go objective is so that I don't have to like push a button to activate it every time for testing. So now the question becomes, how do we detect when we need to summon it? And I suppose that would be when the steps begin, which would be step 0. So we can also add on to here, and how are we going to activate that then is the question. Okay, I have an idea. What if we add an objective called teleport stage? Okay, this may be unnecessary, but let's just work with it. Teleport stage. Okay, and this is going to tell us, whoops, this is going to tell us what stage of the teleporting process the player is in. So the first stage, let's... Wait, whoa. Oh, no, that looks right. That's right. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to do execute at E, or actually just scoreboard player set at A, score step min equals 0, or score step equals, yeah, min equals 0, score step equals 0. We are going to set at A, step, no, not step, teleport stage, right. Teleport stage 1, okay? And now they are in teleport stage 1, which means let's actually have all this stuff activate only at stage 1. So we'll do scoreboard. Ooh, actually, is that going to work? Like, what's going to happen with the executes? Because we're going to be getting teleported in the same tick. So maybe I have to move all the steps forward one when it's, I don't know. Let's just, I guess we'll have to see how this works. Okay, now we're going to go over here and do this, which is going to execute at a score apple min equals 1, score teleport stage min, or teleport stage min equals 1, score teleport stage equals 1. Okay, let's just see how that goes. And actually, let's add to that just for the sake of testing, because otherwise it'll constantly do it. Step min, or step equals 0, score step min equals 0. Okay, like that. Let's just see what happens here. And let's also reset all of this stuff. Okay, and now we'll do set at A, step 0. And then we'll have to see about that armor stand that we summoned, if it even summoned, actually. I don't even know if it worked. You know what I forgot to do, and why the sound is echoing, is because I forgot to put my pillows up. Let me do that. Okay, that should be slightly better. Not much, but that should be slightly better. Now, is there any armor stand anywhere? No, there is not. So something about that did not work. What? What if we add this part? What if we add it to this chain here? Except it's going to happen in a particular order, right? What if I take this and I replace it so that we get a different execution order? Whoops. Will that work? Because otherwise I may have to move the all the steps forward by 1 so that we can have like an initialization step, which we may end up having to... Oh, actually, look, there's the armor stand. Because that is where we began, isn't it? Isn't it? Yeah, okay, so what's important is that that chain gets summoned in either second or first. I'm not sure which, but definitely not third. So let's take a sign and put it on there so we can remember that. Sign needs to summon before bottom chain. Okay. So there is our marker. It's very hard to explain this as I go along, but hopefully it's entertaining. There's the marker. And then let's also, first of all, let's kill that. Kill at E type equals armor stand. Okay, and we'll grab this stuff here. So we summoned it. What does this one do? Let's see. This is the summoning of that. And only when that activates, that actually would be easier if we do only when that activates, execute, because it only happens one time, right? Yeah. Operation at E, name equals marker, R equals 0, C equals 1, apple equals at P apple. Is that correct? That is correct, I believe. Yeah, and let's just make that conditional so we don't have to add all that stuff to the target selector argument right here. Okay, now, goodness, excuse me, let me get a drink. I also didn't have time to eat today, so I got chocolate peanut butter Chex Party Mix, and it is incredibly unhealthy, and I'm probably going to end up eating the whole bag myself. And yes. And yes. Okay. And that probably sounds horrible on stream. Okay. I won't eat any more right now. Okay, let's continue. We just implemented this one, I think. Let's grab this. It also just occurred to me, let me make a backup of this world. Saves. Copy to the desktop. Great. Okay. Oh no, I broke it. Great. I know this isn't the most thrilling stuff in the world, but it needs to be done, and grindy work is usually good content for a stream. Conditional. Great. Okay. Now we're going to go over here, grab this, which I believe is the same kind of dealio. TP at e name equals a marker. Right. That just makes it so that their rotation is also stored by the armor stand. Now let's go over here. This line. Oh, yeah. See, this is why we make backups. Let me grab this. Let me call it something else. I'll call it backup. And we'll copy that into the saves folder. Great. Okay. Hey, Pip911. Can everybody hear me? Have I been talking to myself? Oh, okay. Yes to can everybody hear me? Probably. Okay, great. All right, so as I said, I know this isn't the most interesting content in the world, but it needs to be done. And let's see, where were we? Right, we were going to figure out what this one does. Grab that, and we can exit, go back into here, and put it back so that we don't cry. Great! Okay. You love command block content? Well, you are in for a treat. It's very hard for me to explain what I'm doing as I do it in terms of command blocks, but basically what I'm doing is I'm adding a function that allows each player to teleport back to their original location after a cutscene finishes with my cutscene generator, and it works fine. The problem is getting a reset mechanism, so I'm just going to integrate it into the actual machine first, and then I'm going to see if I can make it reset. Okay, we've got that. And then this stuff happens, right? So that, I think, should just be a separate... I'm hesitant to say a separate... Maybe we can change the auto nature of it, I guess. So whenever... Okay, I think what we need to do here is we need to change... let me grab a sword so I don't mess anything up. We need to change this... to score step min equals 601, which is, I believe, the last step of this particular cutscene. Yes. And I'm not sure, depending on how many players, whether this is going to be safe. All right, but let's just go with it. How do I like the change? Oh, how do I like the changes in command blocks? I'm getting used to them now, gradually. At first I was excited that it was different, it was new, and it certainly makes it a lot easier to work with command blocks, but I was like, there's stuff that I need to change now, but in the end, I'm pretty happy with it, actually. 601. And actually, that also means that we need to grab the thing that resets the step score. Oh, good, it's at 602. Great. And let's actually bump that up to 603 so that when we're at 602, and where is the one that adds it? Great, 601. Okay, so that then we can manually stop it when we're done. So let's actually go back and change this to minimum of 602. Score step equals 602. Okay, 602. Score step equals 602. And once again, let's remove that. Score step min. Yeah, you feel the same way? Yeah. Min equals 602. It's hard to focus. I'm changing the music. This music is by C418, by the way, who also wrote the music to... Hold on, let me skip this album. Who also wrote the music for Minecraft. Okay, 602. Douse. And let's scratch this. And I believe that's really all for there. And change this to step min equals 602. Score step equals 602. And once again, that looks fine. Wait, do I need that there? Oh, I think I actually messed up somewhere. Either that or... I mean, it should still work. So either that or... It does still work, pretty sure. If I go ahead and set my scoreboard players set at a step 602. No. Game mode 1. Negative 1. 602. Game mode 1. So let's also change the game mode things to we need to add a max. Score step equals 601. Score step equals 601. Okay, that should do it. All right, now then, let's set the score to 602. That did not work. Step 602. Oh, that is why. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Scoreboard players remove at E score apple. Okay. I done goofed. Let's make... That was just for the purposes of testing. Right, so score... And that needs to be at P? Yeah, at P, because we only want it to happen once. This is just to check, so we don't have to like put in any conditionals or anything. And then here, is this one necessary to be an execute? Hello, the Gigabyte Gamers. Welcome to the stream. Is this one necessary to be an execute at a marker as well, or nah? TP at A, score teleport. No. So I think instead we just need to change this to at P. Yes. I feel like I may be really screwing something up. This as well. Does this need to be? Execute marker, score player set. No, because it's not dependent on radius. So let's get rid of this. And put in at P. And over here, good. So again, I don't even know if it still works because I remember I broke this command block and this command block and I couldn't remember what it was. And I knew that the kill command went somewhere. Hopefully not there. Because, is this one necessary? Execute marker. Score players reset at A. Teleport min equals 1. Apple. Right. No. Okay, it's not necessary, so let's change this to at P. And I don't believe that kill command is necessary anymore at that point. So let's get rid of that. Okay. Okay. Now that we got that done, let's do... Step -1. Step 602. No? Still nothing? Well, let's see. 602. Let me just make sure. Set display, sidebar, step. Okay, I am quite certain that I'm at 602. Let's do a kill at E type equals armor stand. Do this, do that, and then do that. See, why didn't that work? Normally, this was working before. So, scoreboard players remove at E, score, apple, min, da 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 da. So what is wrong with it now? Because it was working fine. Got that. First of all, why is that not happening? Is it another one of these things where I put in an invalid character? Because I hate it when that happens. It's so bizarre. These weird, unused, I forgot what they're called, characters, get put in my commands all the time, and it's really annoying, and I cannot find anything on the internet about it. Nobody else seems to have this problem but me, and I just cannot explain it. Yep, there's one in here too. Basically, in order to find them, I just copy and paste it into an external text editor in order to do it. In order to see it, because you can't, it's invisible in Minecraft. Let's see, is there one in here? Nope. And one in here. Nope. Is there one in here? So 9 times out of 10, the reason why my command block creation doesn't work is because of that dang character that I cannot figure out how I'm typing. And listen, I've done extensive research into it trying to fix it, and I cannot. Okay. Now, let's do set the thing to there, to that. -1. Game mode 1. Let's also change this thing here. Add at E, step 1. Let's change it to 602. Okay. Now let's try this. Reset. Summon them in. Setting it to 602. What? It's not a space. It's called, it's like an unused character, like, it's called, like, private character or something. And why is it not working? Very, very frustrating. Because I am quite certain that it was working before. Because, so, see, this, if this were truly always active, should be removing it every single tick. What if I turn this off? And this. What? Because this most certainly is... I don't understand. Let's do this again. It was working perfectly before. -1. Now what? Oh, right. Okay. Now, if I set my step to 602. What? Why on earth would this not be working? makes no sense. Let's try reverting that change where we did the adding. Let's revert that change. Let's set it back to 602.